Alright everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. We've got a few things we're going to be talking about in this one, and one of them involves years lot, so stay tuned for that one. Now then, Granit Xhaka, the words have come out of his mouth, and he's told his agent to tell Sky, apparently, that he wants to move to Sunderland, and that filled me full of excitement like you wouldn't believe, because I'm with them fans who've been saying that they need Premier League experience if we are serious about staying in the Premier League. Now, I've got no doubt that the board are serious the way they've been spending big money, but I think it will be crucial to our survival if we did bring in a Premier League experienced player, and Granit Xhaka fits that mould like you wouldn't believe. Now then, before we get on with the rest of the video though, do us a massive favour, like you always do on these videos, smash the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Now, before we start talking about Granit Xhaka, I did mention that I've got something that might involve years, which it does. Now, we've been linking up with somebody else, and we're going to be bringing you free shirt giveaways again. Remember last time when all you had to do is comment below the score prediction, and we'll mention you in the next match video, and if you get the correct score, you'll get in the hat for the giveaway. Same again. Now, I didn't know if these are Sunderland tops. I haven't even looked right into it yet, but we've got to go ahead and we're going to be getting free shirts for years. Now, if you're not going to subscribe for that, what are you going to subscribe for? And another thing, before we move on, I will be doing a live stream of Hearts versus Sunderland on Saturday. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff for this one, so get on the chat, come and say hello. I'll be by myself on this one. I'm just ironing out all the kinks because, as you know, in the Championship, we used to get problem after problem after problem. So we're going to be try and be on top of them now in the Premier League. I'm not promising you now, I'm not at all. Now, Granit Xhaka, I'm really excited about this signing, I really am. I was one of them fans, like I said earlier, who wanted Premier League experience, and he fits the bill down to a T. Now, I know he is a bit of a hothead, and he can lose his cool at times, but that's the type of player you need in this Premier League. Not one who's going to get sent off, one who's going to get stuck in. I've seen a clip on social media before I did this video, and it was Granit Xhaka talking about why he thought his team were underperforming in that game after the match.
I don't know, if someone is not ready for this game, stay at home. As simple as it, no?
And he was giving it to the team and seeing it through a few home truths. And I thought that's the type of player you need in the dressing room. A player who's going to get round everyone when they're not putting 100% in and give them a good kick up the arse, tell them they need to improve. He said he doesn't care from young age to old age, you need to be given 110%, and that's the type of player we need, especially that he's vastly experienced in the Premier League. Like I said, he's made over 225 appearances for Arsenal. Now, when he was with Arteta at Arsenal, he was more of a rounded midfielder because he used to help out a lot in attack. Now, he's primarily known for his combative style, to say the least, but he's got good passing ability as well. Now, Xhaka can break up play very well. He can distribute the ball effectively when winning it. Listen, he can play that key role in transition from defence to attack. But for me, I think if he's coming to Sunderland, he's going to be sitting in a hell of a lot more than getting forward. We're going to be leaving that to the likes of Lafay, the likes of Diarra and Noor Siddiqui. So for me, I'm worried a little bit where Daniel fits into all this. Now, he is our captain, like I said earlier, after all. But how are we going to incorporate him into all of this? Because for me, when Granit Xhaka comes into this team, it starts. When he was with Bayern Leverkusen, and they went unbeaten in that season, and they won the league, he was instrumental in that part of the team. So for me, I think he still walks into the team. He's got to be fit for one. He's got to fight for his place. He can't just be given it, especially when you've got Daniel, our captain. But looking at just the two pre-season games, what I'm going off, the two first halves, I thought Noor Siddiqui, Diarra and Lafay start against West Ham. Just off watching the first two halves and then the second two halves. But in the second two halves, we did bring a lot of youngsters on. Now, the youngsters, like I said on TikTok, done outstanding. I thought they played really, really well. Now, in the first half, against Seville, we could have had 2 penalties. The second game against Sporting, their goal should have been offside. You know, it's a pre-season game. It's all about getting minutes in legs. But what I was really impressed with, how quick these new players have gelled. They haven't even known each other 5 minutes. They've only just met each other really, but they're getting a really good understanding. I'm loving how fast our gameplay has moved on as well from the Championship. It's clear to see when you watch the first half of them 2 pre-season games how fast we're pinging the ball about and getting it forward. It's really exciting times, and I tell you what, the board are really serious about staying in this league, and Granit Xhaka is a statement signing for me to make that happen. 3-year contract that I'm led to believe, and I think it was the last time we heard it was like 10 million. It might be more now because I think they feel as if they can get more from him as well. But let us know in the comment section below, are you happy about Granit Xhaka coming to Stadium of Light? Why have I even asked that when I know all of you are going to say yes? Now he is 32. In September he'll be 33. But I still believe he can dig a job in helping us stay in the Premier League. That's our main priority. That's our main goal, is just to stay in the Premier League. 17th and then crack on from there. Anything else is a bonus. But the way Sunderland are getting things done very early doors with the business we're bringing in, you know, I can see us digging all right in our first season back, just like we did in our first season back in the Championship. Now, obviously, we've got to strengthen in other key areas before we can start getting ahead of ourselves, which I'm not. I want to finish 17th and I'll be buzzing. Now, obviously, a goalkeeper is a high priority, as well as 2 centre-halves. We'll have to bring 2 of them in. Now, you're saying that Bologna player who we were looking at, could we bring... Then also we need a striker or 2 for me, personally. Then if we can manage to get them positions sorted out by the end of the window, I will be absolutely buzzing. And I do believe we will push close to 200 million this window, which is absolutely insane considering where we've come from. Now, I've seen a lot of people on social media saying, where are they getting this money from? Well, if you remember, before we signed Wilson Isidore on a permanent, our full squad cost 12 million. We were one of the youngest squads, and we were paying out one of the least amount of wages in the Championship at the time. They kept the books right for numerous of years, and then obviously when we've got into the Premier League, we've sold certain players at the right time, i.e. Ross Stewart, Watson, Job, and I might be missing the odd 1 or 2. But it's crazy to think, and after that we get the money for going into the Premier League. So and also we're giving out like big contracts, 5-year contracts. So I think that does help out with the PSR. Now moving on, I was just thinking, it's mad considering, like, even though I really did like Alex Pritchard, I remember when he refused to play for us because he wanted a 2-year contract and Marnie offered him a 1. And look where we are now. You've got to trust in the board and the owners. And I really do, and I think that they can achieve the goal of staying in the Premier League, because their goal was to get to the Premier League in 5 years, and they've done it. So why can they not achieve this other goal for me, to stay in the league? But let us know about everything in this video. Granit Xhaka wants to be a Maccabi, wants to join Sunderland and help us stay in the Premier League. Do us a favour, smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in a bit.